So when did you make the decision to go from boxing to training, or is it just natural? Is that how it goes?
I think it was quite natural. So I was competing, and then I had an injury which looked like I couldn't fight anymore. And I was about 22, 23.
Right.
And I started coaching, and which I didn't really want to do. I wasn't really interested in coaching at the time. I was just helping out my coach at the time. But anyway, and then that was the beginning, really, of me kind of seeing the other side of things. I went back competing, but I was still coaching and whatnot. This is the amateurs, and then with the stuff I do now, with the pros, with managing and whatnot, it's been, I don't know, 6, 7 years, maybe more, I think it's been. And it's just natural progression, really, like, I think. I'm a bit of a control freak. I started coaching, like I said before. I was like, why should I let anyone else manage them? I'll manage them. Do you mean? Like, so I went and got a manager's license, and then it was a case of promoting. It was like, well, I'm going to get a promoter's license as well, then. Do you mean? Like, why not?
You have to be in the game to get them licenses.
Like
years of experience, or
the licenses are not easy, not particularly easy to get. There's many different licenses. The main ones are coaching, managing, promoting. The managing one's the trickiest one to get because it's well, you're in complete control, as you know, of the box. You can sign any fight for the boxer. You can sign on their behalf. So yeah, you've got to be well qualified to do it. You've got to go through a bit of a process to get it. But, yeah.
And when did you meet Don?
I met Don a long time ago. So Don, this is Don's 4th gym, I think it is. So the very first gym, which was in Finchley Central, whenever that was 15 plus years ago, and I met him there, and I've known him since. I've known him throughout. We've worked together closely. And in for a long time.
In 3 weeks when you was an accountant, do you think that's helped you?
Yeah. So it was weird. I was when I left school, I thought I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, well, what do I do? And I thought, well, let's be an accountant. Right? So I went and worked in it was actually a magazine firm, and in their accounts department, and I did 2 years there, and I realised. Well, after 2 years, I didn't want to be an accountant. But that was the start of, that was the start of, me working as a young adult as well.
Were you boxing then?
I was competing then, I was boxing, and then they, to be honest, it was the boxing that got me the job, really, oddly, because I had no qualifications. I had no, it was more a case of they liked the idea that I dedicated myself to boxing and whatnot, and they really, really loved the idea of boxing.
Right.
And they, And that was the beginning. That was like me getting in. They really, really liked the idea that I boxed, and that I was dedicated and wanted to work and whatnot. And it was great. But then I thought, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something that's something that's more related to what I love, which is fitness and boxing. And
as coach, is it evolved? Has it changed in the years that you got involved?
Apart from the social media, which has changed the sport, but the crux of it, the main base of boxing, the way it works, it's the same. It's no different. It's fights are fights and contracts are contracts, and there's not been too much change.
Is there more promoters coming into the game? Obviously, still dominated.
I think some have dropped off. Some have there's been the top guys have been there forever. It seems like obviously you got Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, whatnot. Has it been others? Yeah, of course. But it's TV, really. It's all governed by TV rather than promoters. You want more fights on, and I guess that's the difference. That you got more platforms to show fights, which has allowed more promoters to come into the game. I guess.
Is that filtering down to your kind of boxers?
Yeah,
it's coming through.
I think so. You have what they call small hall boxing, but which actually means non-TV. They should just call it non-TV because you've got some fights where we go to. We've got 3,000-4,000 people there. It's just non-TV, but it's classed as small hall boxing. And no doubt that level of boxing has increased because of the nature of platforms, like fights being streamed now, which has brought more money into it, which has allowed those shows to up their game and their quality. And some of the shows we've been to, which are non-TV, which are being streamed now, are like TV shows. Yeah. The quality is so it's improved, I guess, at that level. But not really. Like the whole game itself, it's not changed too much.